Hey everyone, today I'm going to be cooking a recipe from Pampered Chef called Mom's Apple Crisp, but I'm going to adapt it to see if I can make it in 5 minutes or less with a couple extra Pampered Chef tools. So I'm going to introduce you to my ingredients and my tools I'm going to use. You might want to write them down, or you can go on the Pampered Chef website and look up Mom's Apple Crisp if you want the recipe. So at first I'm going to show you the ingredients I'm going to use. It calls for 4 to 6 apples. I have a cup of melted butter in my silicone prep bowl. Then I have a half a cup of oats. I have half a cup of flour, and I have 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Those are all in my 1 cup prep bowls. In my adjustable measuring spoon, I have 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, and then I've got 8 graham crackers there I'm going to use. My tools today are going to be my manual food processor. I've got my everyday size of the rock crock that I'm going to cook my apple crisp in. And then I've got my secret weapons here I'm going to show you. My apple core and the Veggie Spiralizer is what's going to save me most of my time today, I think. So I'm going to start the timer and see if I can do this in 5 minutes or less. Okay, the very first thing that I'm going to do is core my apples. So sliding the tool down here, and then it's got a little release function to release the core, and you can see it totally cored there, which is awesome. I'm using all Gala apples, but you could definitely balance the sweetness out by adding in some Granny Smith apples to add a little tartness to your recipe if you'd like that. I'm leaving my skins on my apples, but you're definitely welcome to peel them for this recipe. It just depends on your preference. So the next thing that I'm going to do is put it in my spiralizer. I've got this on the ribbon setting, and you can see it just shaving the apples so thin. So this is cutting down not only my prep time, because it does it so quick versus slicing all my apples by hand, but also it shaves down on the cooking time because the apples are so thin. So this little Veggie Spiralizer here has helped us add so many vegetables and fruit into our diet, just because it gives you a totally new way to use produce. So I have done yam noodles, zucchini noodles. I eat a lot more butternut squash as well in replacement of pasta. Okay, so how am I doing for time here? I'm already 3 minutes in, so I'll see if I can do this. Okay, so we'll put that all in the rock crock. And I didn't even grease or butter my rock crock at all. It's just ready to go as is. So now that my apples are done, I'm going to make my topping in my food processor here. So I am going to put in my graham crackers. Got my kid in the background there. Okay, so my 8 graham crackers go in. Okay, super fine. I'm going to add in my oats. I'm going to add in my flour as well. There goes my brown sugar in there, and my 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. So everything's in there nicely, and I'm just going to push it down with my spatula a little bit there. So this is mixing everything up, not just chopping, but it's mixing it. I like it's all in one little container. I'm also going to just add in my 1/3 of a cup of butter. And it's the melted butter, so it really cuts down on the time as well. You're not having to cut in hard butter by hand into your topping. And so it's all nicely mixed in there. And I have 1 minute left on my timer, and I am pretty much done this recipe here. So got all the time in the world. I'm gonna scrape my topping on top of my crisp here. This is the small mix-in scraper. It works really well with a manual food processor. Got my whole topping out there, and I'm just gonna spread it out. Now the nice thing, so I've got tons of time to spare, so I made that in 4 minutes. The nice thing is you can put this in the microwave for 10 minutes, and I would have a full apple crisp done in 10 minutes because the apples are cut so thinly with the Veggie Spiralizer. Otherwise, you can cook it in the oven too, and again, it's going to cut your time off because the apples are so thin as well. So that was my apple crisp recipe. You could top this with whipped cream done in your 30-second whipped cream maker if you want a nice topping, and you would have this, there's my timer right there, you'd have this all completed in 15 minutes for company. So it's a great recipe done quickly. Enjoy.